Manchester, where school officials are speaking out about a cyberbullying incident.
Hearing about more and more of these kind of cases, several high school students are accused of posting ugly comments about their female classmates online. News 8's Aaron Cox live in our New Haven newsroom tonight with more on the penalties these students could be facing. Aaron.
Keith, 4 students have already been suspended, but now school officials are looking into whether the list that they posted broke federal laws meant to protect students from sexual discrimination.
Open anytime you see a change in a child's behavior. And that means starting the conversation early, before you suspect anything is going on. You need to start talking about bullying, talking about who your friends are, who the parents of those kids are, and understanding what they're engaging in. You want to be a constant monitor and not a secret monitor. And what that means is you have all the passwords, and your children know that you have the passwords to their cell phones and their Facebook accounts and these other applications, that you have the right to at any time check their phone, to check their Facebook, and you have the right to comment on what's going on. If they actually know that you're monitoring, they're much more likely to come to you if there is a problem.
What about parents of the children who are bullying? Sometimes a parent wouldn't even know that their child is a bully. What are the signs for them?
That's correct, and oftentimes parents really don't want to admit that their child could be doing such horrible, mean things. And a lot of times the children involved don't even recognize their behavior as bullying, which is a very, very unfortunate thing. And this is why the lines of communication have to be open for both the children who are being bullied as well as the children who are bullying others. And having that active monitoring to see if something's going on a child's Facebook where they've made a mean comment, the parent can then comment and say, you know, I don't think that's really appropriate. We need to make sure that you are being nice online and you're being respectful. And that needs to permeate whether you're online or
Manchester High School is buzzing with talk of students being suspended for what they posted online.
Everyone knows about it.
And that's exactly what the interim superintendent of schools wanted, to send a message to the kids that made the list and everyone else.
I hope it sends a message not only to them, but the rest of the school community. That such action violates a person's human dignity.
The list named and ranked specific female students, adding derogatory comments about each. The creators posting them on social websites The list then passed on, reposted, and shared.
I think if you're going to do something, you shouldn't do something if you can't accept the consequences.
Manchester police are actively involved in tracking down any student who posted the comments and shared them. But it doesn't end there. Now the superintendent is directing the school to launch a probe to determine if the students violated the federal Title IX law. That could put the kids in more serious trouble.
It could, but I think it highlights the fact that this is a far more serious matter, and you will have the ongoing discussion with obviously our school administration and the school police in terms of the follow-up.
คีย์บอร์ดด่าได้เอง คุณไม่ต้องเสียเวลาพิมพ์ด่าเองอีกต่อไปคีย์บอร์ด AI คีย์บอร์ดด่าได้เอง คุณไม่ต้องเสียเวลาพิมพ์ด่าเองอีกต่อไปคีย์บอร์ด AI คีย์บอร์ดด่าได้เอง คุณไม่ต้องเสียเวลาพิมพ์ด่าเองอีกต่อไป
กูเป็นใครไว้เหี้ยมึงดูกูทำไมกูเอาดิทำอะไรของมันวะ
เอ้ยมึง
ครับ
มันเป็นไงบ้างวะ VIP ตามมาเนี่ย
ก็ดีนะพี่ ยาก็ได้ผลดีครับ ผลข้างเคียงคือความทรงจำระยะสั้นเนี่ย ถูกลบเลือนหายไปนิดหน่อย ส่วนผลข้างเคียงระยะยาวเนี่ยยังไม่รู้เลยพี่
ยังไม่รู้เลยเหรอ
ครับพี่
งั้นรอบหน้าฝากหนักกว่านี้นะเราค่อยฉีดยาให้มันแรง
คิดว่ามันไม่เหี้ยไปหรอวะ เราทำกันแบบเนี้ย
ๆไม่เฮี้ยหรอ มันเป็นใคร โจรกรรมไซเบอร์ มันแฮกข้อมูลบริษัทใหญ่ไปกี่บริษัท เบต้า Facebook มันแฮกมาหมดอ่ะ นี่เราช่วยมันนะเนี่ย
ถ้าพี่ว่างั้นแล้วก็ตามนั้นนะพี่
ป้าผมมาทำไรเนี่ยพี่ผมอยากกลับบ้านพี่ผมอยากกลับบ้าน
คนใหม่
ตัวใหม่เหรอ
ครับพี่คนใหม่
เก็บรีพอร์ตแล้วก็ถ่ายคลิปไปให้พี่ด้วยล่ะ ไปหาลูกค้าแล้ว
ครับพี่ครับ เฮ้ยน้องแป๊บเดียว เดี๋ยวได้กลับแล้ว
อยากกลับบ้าน
ใจเย็น เดี๋ยวกูปล่อยมันกลับช่วยกูก่อน ไปนั่งดีๆ